Well, hey guys. So this is the September 2021 budget review, and I'm filming this on October 16th, so it's a good bit late again, which seems to be the way it's been the last few months. But this month, it's late for a different reason. It's because I've actually been working full time for the last 2 weeks. So that kind of took over my life, and I've had to try to figure out how to get everything else back on schedule outside of my work schedule. So, with that being the case, though, let's go through here and let's go through the income, and you guys will see that I didn't actually have much income for September. First thing here is and if you guys see this moving all over the place, I have no furniture left in my apartment, so I'm literally just sitting this on my lap and I'm moving around. So that's what's going on. But with income, I expected to get $800 this month, and I got nothing. The reason for it is the job that I was supposed to take in Raleigh, North Carolina. Even though I didn't go in August, they paid me still. So I expected them to pay me still in September, but they did not. So that's that. I don't know why this green bar is here. It's more like just a glitch with Mint. It should just have nothing here. No referral income, although I did notice that somebody signed up for Instacart, so we'll just see if they end up doing all their deliveries and see if I get that. And then I was expecting 2 weeks, the last two possible weeks of unemployment, and I did receive those. So that was really my only income this month. Everything else here, interest income is the interest off of my savings accounts, including my emergency fund. And then this other income, I do not know what this is. It just says offer Cracker Barrel. And I did eat at Cracker Barrel in September. So apparently I got some kind of cash back for it, but I don't know how that happened. And then going down to expenses, let's look at the good ones first. Car insurance, electric, internet, cell phone, and student loan are like basically right on for all of those. Then gas. So this is accurate. I double checked it. Literally almost double the budget. So I was like, what the hell happened? Because the only thing that happened in September is that I had to drive to Cincinnati to help a friend with something and then back. That's basically one tank of gas. So that accounts for maybe $30 to $35 of this. But still, I haven't been doing any more driving than usual. And in fact, I only made one trip to Columbus in all of September, which is normal to go just once a month. So I have not been doing anything differently, and yet I've been going over this budget, and I've gone over it a lot this month. So what I'm realizing with gas and also with food is that at some point I'm going to have to change these budgets. Uh, I know I'm supposed to be saving money, but I'm being pretty frugal about this, and the amounts just keep going up every month. So I think that's really what's going on is just the cost is going up rather than me spending more. Gas is right around 3.15 a gallon right now. And when I made these budget categories, I made these in 2010, if that tells you guys. So like I don't know how much inflation has been since 2010, but it's a lot. And I haven't been factoring that in. And unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to make my budget more for expenses, which means I'm going to have to find out how to make more money somehow. And then that's what's going on down here too. No gifts or donations. Went over in restaurants and fast food, and then went over in groceries as well. Now, fast food, maybe like 3 or 4 days of this, maybe $30 of this can be attributed to until I got my bearings, I was grabbing McDonald's for breakfast every morning. Doctor, I went over in because I had several appointments. The 150 was to finish up something from January, which never got finished up, and I didn't do that. But I did have some other medical expenses that came up, so that's what that is. And then the reason my rent is double what it was supposed to be is when I made the budget at the beginning of September, I had extended my lease for 15 days because I was waiting on the girlfriend to get out of the hospital for us to leave to go to Raleigh. And then as it approached the 15th, she still was not ready to go. And I asked my landlord if I could go ahead and extend to the end of the month. So I ended up paying what would be the regular rent at $500, whereas when I made the budget, I thought it was only going to be the $250. And then storage was right on, no business expenses. Laundry, that is my duvet that I've been talking about needing to wash for months, but I needed to physically take it to the laundromat because it doesn't fit in my stackable unit. And I'm very surprised by how much this cost. It was $9, including the washer and dryer, in order to wash this thing. And I had set this budget of $10 per month. Now, ideally, if I had my life together, I would be washing this thing weekly. That would mean $40 a month just to wash this duvet. I mean, I bought it new for $65 at Target, so I almost would be better off maybe buying one every other month, just a brand new one, rather than washing the thing, which is crazy. But I'm happy that I at least got that done. And then clothing, this is a 3-pack of masks, and shipping on them is included in this too. But I thought we were past the mask thing, but now there's a lot more mask mandates around this area. So my old ones had fallen apart, which I thought was fine because we weren't wearing them anymore, but now we've got to, so I did order some. And then the stuff for mom here got kind of screwed up. Apparently, when I mailed her rent for her storage unit at the beginning of the month, which would be $65 and what I budgeted, it just went missing. Because I went over there, they had put their lock on it, and I called them and I said, hey, the rent has been paid, and they're like, no, it hasn't been. Then I was like, well, I have the receipt for the money order. I still have not tracked down that money order to see if it was lost in the mail or if it was stolen and cashed. That's something I'm hoping to do here within the next week, is to follow up on that. But I had to pay the rent again a second time, so that brings us to $130. And then there was a $10 late fee because they don't believe me that I paid it the first time. So that's where the $140 comes from for that. And then everything else, honestly, only $449, and everything else is much lower than it normally is. So that's at least a good thing about the budget. Service and parts, that is getting my oil changed and got the tires rotated. I'm really bad about getting the tires rotated, but I'm trying to do it more now because my tires don't have much life left on them, and I'm trying to at least make it to spring. So I want to make sure that I do whatever I can to make them last longer now. Office supplies, that is envelopes, I believe. Printing is a few cents, so it doesn't show up as dollars. And that was to mail out a Poshmark sale, and that income should show on the October budget review. But that was just for a shipping label. I did go to the mall, to the theater one time, so that was $11. Finance charge is the interest charged on my credit cards. And I was late. I just, with everything going on and moving and then not moving and then everything going on, I just forgot to pay. And that's on me. I can't blame anyone else for that. That was just me forgetting. And then the service fee of $1 was for the money orders for storage unit payments. Although I did find a cool trick, because since I had to buy one for myself and one for my mom's to repay it at the same time, I actually found out they only charge that 88-cent fee once in a transaction. So if I get both of my storage unit payments at the same time each month, then that'll save me 88 cents a month. So I'm going to try to do that from now on. And then food and dining. This is, I got MTO from Sheetz once, and then I went to an ice cream place once. So that's that combined. Coffee shops, $30. I don't honestly even drink coffee, but I feel obligated to get something when I go to Starbucks. And that's what's going on there. Especially now that I have nothing and like no furniture or anything in my apartment, I just can't stand to be here, even though I have internet here. And it's so loud in here from the street outside. So a lot of times I've been going to Starbucks or a similar place to try to basically be able to concentrate. And I know it's bad to pay $30. I didn't realize it accumulated to that much over the course of the month. And then, of course, snacks is way over. That's way too much. And that is definitely something I got to work on. I think I've been mostly stress eating because of everything going on. Home supplies, this was just toilet paper, renter's insurance, and then work expenses was when I got that new job, they needed a copy of my bachelor's degree, but I can't find it. It's packed away somewhere for the move. So I had to order my transcript from my college. And then spa and massage. This is 3 times using the massage chair at the mall, so $5 each time. The shopping, I bought 4 storage bins that I'm using for moving right now, but I'm going to use in the storage unit later. And then I bought some earplugs to try to be able to sleep in this house because it's just so damn loud from outside. And then stuff for girlfriend. This is down a lot from previous months, but she was in the hospital this month for a lot of it. I got her ice cream once, and I got her a crossword puzzle book, and then some other books from Books A Million, just to keep her entertained while she's there in the hospital. And then the credit card payment, I have no idea why it says -$2. I don't know what that even means. But looking over here at trends, first thing we're going to look at is income by merchant. And we're on last month because I am filming this in October and we're going to September. But you see 99% of my income was the 2 weeks of unemployment. And the rest of it was interest paid and whatever this apparent cash back from Cracker Barrel is. So just over $1,000 in income for all of this month, which is why you'll see the net worth decreased so much. So let's go over and check that out. Okay, so the net worth, and as you can see here, it's not a whole lot different, but we got to zoom in here. You can ignore the last column here because this is October. We're going to look at this column for September. It did go down noticeably. And let's look into the numbers here. So in September, you can see the assets decreased quite a lot from August. But then the debt, despite everything, despite no income, and despite the assets going down, the debt still decreased, which is pretty good. It actually decreased $582.39. I'm pretty happy with that. But looking at the net worth itself, this is what Mint calculated it as. Now, I did the thing again I did last month, and I messed up. I didn't film this the last day of the month, and I screenshotted all my account balances, but I forgot to show what Mint had calculated them as. So I can't actually change it to correct it. But there's a few things that don't show up in Mint. So I just wanted to take what they calculated here and add it to it. So this is going to be mostly accurate, or as accurate as I can get with the information I have access to now. But what doesn't show up is my crypto wallet. The balance on that was $92.24 at the end of the month. And then I do have $350 in physical gift cards that I have here in the house or packed away in storage. So I did go ahead and add those in to this amount here. And that gives me a net worth for the end of September 2021 of -$149,144.80. So that is a decrease from last month of $2,523.66. But despite that, the debts did decrease, and they decreased more than they normally do. But it was from the assets decreasing due to the lack of income for September. I did start working September 27th, but my first paycheck didn't come in until October. So that's why it looks like there's no income for September. So that's where things are now. Things are rolling for paychecks to be coming in for October. So we'll stop the slide of this and more likely very slowly build things back up. So that's where they are right now. The day after this video goes live, I will have my October budget with me, which of course we're doing mid-month, but earlier than it's been sometimes. So just continue holding on with me until things get settled, and I'll keep trying to make as much content as possible. Just so you guys know, we will be doing the October live stream, but I'm not sure of a date yet, and it might be a little bit earlier than normal. I'll still try to keep it on a Sunday at 3 p.m., but it might be the week before the last week in October, just depending on how things work out with the move. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So anyway, guys, thanks for sticking with me, and you'll get this video today, one more video tomorrow. We'll do the live stream, and hopefully I'll have one or two other things coming up for you this month as well. And I'll see you then.